Hi everybody, it's Lace, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about our next event in Diamond Fields. It's a little easier maybe to do visually than to just write it up. I will write it up, but basically we're going to have a fishing derby. The entrance into the town's right there, and we're just off the side. And we've got these floating platforms that I've talked about, and they'll be spread out a little bit more than they are here. And we will have basically some attendees on each one: red, blue, green, yellow, orange, and purple attendees. On each dock, there will be a task. If I look at this, if I can mouse over this little piece of paper here, we will see this is the red task. Red task goes to red hat, duh. And it'll be fish up X number of whatever, okay? And then on the blue docks, let's say, there'll be, a blue task, fish up whatever. You will turn in red tasks to the red hat people. They will give you your success tokens, which will then, you need to do all of them, red, blue, all of them, every single one, and things like that. You don't have to do them in any certain order because the docks will be spread out more. Thinking about things that are on more of the outer periphery, those might be ones that are easier to get, though the ones that are in the inner circle and a little more contentious of fishing areas, you're going to have to use some strategy for that because, as you know, the more you fish an area, the lower the chances of getting something is. So you're going to have to kind of plan your time out based on what everybody is simultaneously doing around you, which is what makes it a fishing derby because you're all competing against each other and racing that way. Everybody has the same goals, but how you plan out and do those goals, that's going to determine the real winner. And again, you'll know what you need to get and you'll turn them in here. Now you might get some, let's say this had 3 trout and 2 bass. We'll get 3 trout and 2 bass, but maybe you got an extra 2 trout before you got that 1 bass. When you get over here, it might say 2 bass and you're like, yeah, score, I've already finished that one, and you can move to the next one. Now, do you want to, go and read everything at first and then just try to fish from one point? Sure you can, but again, you cannot fish from the docks, you cannot fish from the shores. You are going to be limited to fishing from the various colored platforms. And when I say colored platforms, that's going to be by the person that's ready to officiate and determine that you've turned in the right things by you giving them those fish or clothing items that you fish up, and then they'll give you a success token. So that's how it's going to work. Other people have done fishing events and stuff like this. We've done fishing for the New Britannia Biathlon for breast cancer awareness and stuff like that. And it's been a little different. This is the first time we're doing it this way. And so it's kind of a guinea pig test on you guys. But I think the mechanics will work as long as I spread these out quite a bit better. But I do want a kind of center cluster to screw you guys over. So I'm just saying, I'm planning to screw you a little bit, but also give you ways to work around that too. So this is going to be April 22nd, 1 p.m. New Britannia time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern time and stuff. And it's going to be a 6-point check place for fishing. And for anybody that helps me volunteer, being one of the red hat, blue hat, orange hat, yellow hat, purple hat people, I will give each of them 5 kodos. So that's 30 kodos just for my volunteers, whether they're in my guild or not. I don't know how many are going to be able to commit from the guild, and we'll pull from there first, but of course then we are going to need additional volunteers. I will post that on the website, on the forums rather, and stuff. And then additionally, for the fishing derby winner, we are going to give you 20 kodos that you can do anything to your heart's desire. It could be kodos or store credits. You just tell me which one you prefer, and we'll do it that way. Second place, the second fastest person in is going to get 10, and the third fastest to complete all 6 checkpoints will get 5 kodos, much like our lovely volunteers that we will have. So with that said, I don't know if it'll be dusk, dawn, late night, or whatever. We know the fish bite better at night, but I don't know what the exact cycle is going to be when we host the event, so that'll be interesting. But again, like I said, there will be more platforms, and this will be our first fishing derby. If it works out well, we'll do more. I've already dyed all our little hats, and And I really wanted to use the stovepipe hats because they're more like question mark, volunteer, question mark. There was like the question mark and the exclamation point that they made stovepipe hats of. But when I went to make the stovepipe, you can craft it, but you can't dye it. So I just decided to go with the peasant hat, which, it's kind of like, working the rice paddies in the fields and stuff, and which is, very water-like. So that's why we've chosen this hat to designate our turn-in people. So I'm just going to ask you not to wear that fashion that day. I'm sure you might want to wear a hat, to keep the sun off you while you're fishing. Just don't dye them like our color coordinated people that'll be doing stuff. That'd be much appreciated to avoid confusion and people trying to turn stuff into you and you taking all their fish. Anyway, that's everything. Take care, everybody. Happy hunting. Be safe. And I really hope you'll come out and at least spectate, because you can't kind of spectate from here, even though folks are going to be fishing out here. The turn-in will be here. But I don't know that there's so much a spectator sport. Go fish. Just learn to fish. We know that fishing's going to get some love eventually. This is your chance to work on your skills. There is a fishing merchant woman that sells worms and stuff. You guys are going to have to provide your own worms. You're going to have to provide your own fishing poles. That's up to you. And she's like right around up there. So if you run out of worms, you might have to run back. So, you might want to stock up on the worms before you start the event. And anyway, hope to see you guys there. Take care.